Hello, welcome to Am I Old Yet? Comedy drama broadcast by podcast. This is episode 17. Neil Gaiman Envy. On toasty, 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 toasty. Oh, there you go. Hey. Da, 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 da. Da, da, dee, da. Okay, where's the Vegemite? Come on, where are you? Oh, in the cupboard? No. In this cupboard? No. Try the fridge. Oh, there you are. Da-dee-da-dee-da.
That was singer-songwriter Joanna Kasdan's latest single, When the Whole World Opens Up Again. What a beautiful way to express how we're all feeling at the moment. And
Come to me, gorgeous.
Here
we go. Oh, phone! No, I'm going to choke myself. Who wants me? Oh, FaceTime. Joey.
Hey, Ellie. How's it going?
Good. I've got a mouthful of toast and Vegemite.
Vegemite? Can you get that over there?
Sure can. I don't need a free trade agreement to get what I need. I can go out and get it from Sainsbury's. Or I can stay at home and get it from Amazon.
How long has this been going on?
Oh, a few years anyway. Hang on while I swallow. You do not want to listen to that. Now, I remember at a time, I think it was back in the 70s, when I had to go to the Strand here in London. There was a little Aussie gift shop across the road from Australia House. I think it was probably the only place in the UK where you could get it. I used to stock up on it and force feed it to Janie.
You didn't?
Of course I didn't. She hated it. But Susie loves it.
Oh, well, that's all right then. The tradition will survive. So how are you, my love?
I'm great. Even better for seeing your sweet face.
Oh, I bet you say that to all the girls.
All my girls. Indeed I do. So how are you? Did you get vaccinated yet?
Oh, yes. We've managed to get one. Each.
Any reaction?
I was fine, but Steve was knocked out for a couple of days. He's such a wuss.
Oh, don't be mean. It affects people differently, you know that.
Yes, but don't you tell him.
What's he doing these days, when he's not being knocked out by the vaccine?
He's officially retired. 6 months now. Spends most of his time checking the real estate places for a house by the ocean, with a boatyard.
Wouldn't you be better off with a home by a canal? Bit safer, I'd have thought.
Possibly. But with the sea levels rising, the canals are probably the most dodgy places to move to.
Oh, yes, I suppose so. Because they're all just cut in from the actual coast. But how do you feel about moving?
Over my dead body.
Oh, my goodness, Joey. You love city life so much? And living in a high-rise?
I do.
Oh, but you love Steve. You know he loves his boat. I'm guessing he wants somewhere he doesn't have to trek backwards and forwards to get to it.
Oh, yes, of course. But, Ellie, he's too old to be messing about on boats anymore. He frightens the life out of me every time he goes out on his own. He's fallen overboard more than once. Fortunately, he wasn't alone at the time.
And I bet he blamed the other person for it.
Of course.
Oh, dear, I'm sorry. It must be a worry. I know we have to adapt as we age, but some adaptations come with benefits and some just break your heart.
What's breaking your heart to give up?
Long walks. Just can't do it. At least I can do it, but I'm so exhausted for days afterwards that I wish I hadn't. And if I try to do more to get fitter, I just get more exhausted and ache in different places. So I just have to stick to small walks. And the streets around here are so boring.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's just the way it is. How about you? Do you find there's anything, getting harder?
Oh, yes. There are so many lovely things I just cannot eat any more. My innards can't handle them. I'm getting closer and closer to baby food with every passing.
I'm finding it harder and harder to read. I fall asleep within 2 pages of an actual proper book.
What about audiobooks?
Do you know, I hated them at first, but I'm discovering that there are some readers who can make it work for me. Neil Gaiman. Wow, such a good reader.
Great writer.
Yes, indeed. I've just finished The Ocean at the End of the Lane. I found myself catching my breath every so often at the sheer beauty of a phrase, and all without it interrupting the story. So good. And I just kept thinking, why don't I try to write like that? Just try. Even if I fail, it would be good for me, wouldn't it?
Well, it might be. But then you could say the same thing about castor oil.
True.
Didn't you get that at boarding school?
Oh, yes. They had their ways of keeping us regular.
Well, then, I'm not saying you need to. I'm happy with the way you write. But why not give it a try? You can always stop and then try something else.
Yes, I suppose so. But Neil Gaiman, he's just so creative. His ideas are so outrageous.
That's why he appeals to you. You're outrageous.
Joey, I'm really not. I'm really very ordinary. Do you know, I once said to my mother, "Good job you didn't let me carry on with the piano lessons. There are enough mediocre piano players in the world already." And do you know what she said?
What did she say?
She said, "Yes, that's right."
Well, you did ask for it.
I guess so. Should I put that in my memoir, so-called?
Of course. You can be the queen of self-deprecation if you want to be.
Oh, I might like that.
As long as you don't go all morbid on me. That can be a danger when you start dipping into olden times.
Yes, I do know what you mean. Do you know, Joey, sometimes my head gets quite dizzy trying to look backwards and forwards at the same time. Did we always do this? I don't remember spending quite as much time looking backwards in days gone by.
Oh, I did. Even as a child, I was always looking back, thinking how I could have done things differently. I don't think I stopped until I was at college, and I met you kids. You guys always seem to be so positive, looking ahead, making plans for the future. Oh, remember how Rosie seemed to change her plans about once a fortnight? And Patty was so convinced she was going to be an English teacher. What happened there?
Her mother happened. Patty had a lovely voice, and her mother was determined she should use it.
Oh, yes, I did hear that. Poor soul.
Oh, but she's okay now, like the rest of us. I mean, you were all set to write America's great feminist science fiction novel.
I was.
Any regrets there?
No, I'm still working on it.
You're not.
You better believe it. I come up with a new draft every 2 years. One day, I'll submit it to the partners.
Why don't you give it to Georgie?
Oh, my Lord, no. She's way too sharp. She would break me.
Oh, but you don't care if she breaks us.
Oh, you, my darling, are unbreakable. And Georgie gets you.
But does she get Patty? Or Essie? Have you heard from her at all?
Got an email a week ago. I'll follow up shortly.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, darling.
Oh, sorry.
It's
You're
Janie.
on the phone.
Hang on a sec.
Shall I get off?
Oh, no, just give me a minute. Can you put the kettle on, sweetheart?
Sure. Tea or coffee?
Need you ask?
Okay. Coffee it is.
She drops by every few days to make sure I haven't dropped dead.
That's good.
I know. Just imagine being old and not having anyone who cares enough to check up on you. It absolutely beggars belief. I'm very grateful. She's a treasure.
I heard that. Are you being sarcastic?
Not at all. You are becoming very cynical, my daughter.
I'm learning from the best.
She's got a point, you know.
Oh, now you're ganging up on me.
If only.
Okay. Now, did you call for anything special, Joey?
You are special. I called to tell you
Oh,
that.
you. Okay, extra special one. I'd better attend to my beloved daughter, who is so kind to her aged parent.
I'll leave you to it, my love. Talk soon.
Thanks, Joey. Stay safe. Bye. Janie? Janie? Where are you?
I'm upstairs.
What are you after?
Do you still have a copy of Wind in the Willows?
I do, but don't ask me where it is.
All right.
It's Mr.
I'll
Toad.
keep
Boop,
looking.
boop. It's Mr. Toad. Boop, boop. He's coming down the road. Boop.
Has the kettle boiled? Oh, sorry. I thought you would hear me coming down. Have a seat, Mum. I'll bring the coffee through.
Thank you. You're a wonder to the world.
I know.
Why are you reading children's books?
Flattery will get you absolutely
That
nowhere,
isn't
Mum.
flattery, it's the truth.
Didn't you ever hear about the boy who cried wolf?
Of course.
Well, there's another one about the mother who cried compliments.
That's a bit unfair, don't you
Possibly.
think? Yeah, but I mean...
Well, I don't think it's unreasonable.
When the whole world opens up again.
That was
When
Neil
we
Gaiman
stand
Envy,
at the
episode
edge
17 of Am I Old Yet? By
tomorrowland.
Floyd Kennedy. The roles of Helen, Joey and Janie were played by me, Floyd Kennedy. The beautiful song that's been playing in the background throughout the program, When the Whole World Opens Up Again, was written and performed by Joanna Kasdan with Scott Wilkinson. And if you go to the website, you'll find a link that'll take you to the YouTube version of that song. Am I Old Yet is completely unfunded, so if you'd like to support the program, help us to keep it going, there's a Patreon link also on the website where you can become a patron and get added benefits like bonus episodes and early release, stuff like that. Thanks so much for listening. Stay safe.
My dear, the tide will turn, and all we've done this year will pay us back with interest earned. When we all breathe free in open air, and our restless feet can wander anywhere, still we'll pause to remember, raise a glass to absent friends when the whole world opens up again. That day will come, my love, it's almost here. A brighter sun will rise again to bless another year. When the whole world opens up once more, and the future shines